Howdy folks, it's Mama B, and today we're making a scrubby. Now I'm using this bag from your grocery store, Lemons, and I'm using this ribbon. It's actually a netting material. I have a whole bunch of it. So I've just cut off some strips the size that I want, and then with the bag I've taken off the edges and I'm just slicing it about 2 inches in width, and it will stretch out and tighten up. So you might want to cut it wider than that, or you might want to actually cut it thinner than that, but these are the dimensions that I'm using. And I'm just slicing it around in a circle until I get all the way through the bag. On the netting material, I'm cutting it about 4 inches in width because it will shrink up pretty tight. And again, you may want to cut it wider than that, or you may just want to keep it at that width. I found less than that is too thin for me. I just get this cut through. And there we go. Once you've got it all cut, select your hook, and I find that a bigger hook is better than a smaller hook. And then we're just going to start with a slip knot and just start crocheting that. And you don't want it too tight. Make a chain of 3 and then complete the circle. Grab that end and try and keep it in the circle. Chain 2. Now we're going to do double crochets into the circle, and we're going to try and get about 10 of them in there. There's 2 because we count the chain of 3. Three. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 'Don't want to lose those loops because it's such a netted mess. Okay, I think that's 9 and 10. And then I want to keep going around, so we're going to do 12. There's 11. 12. And go over there and grab that top stitch of your 3 chains and pull it right through. See if we can get that a little clearer. This netting can get quite hard to crochet through sometimes, so just kind of push through. Okay, so now we have our circle and our round. And I'm just going to keep crocheting until I'm done with this. And we're going to just do a single crochet, but increasing just the same, because you want it to lay flat. Or maybe you don't, do it your way, right? Nobody cares. You can do it however you want, as long as it all sticks together, right? This is kind of a crochet workout. We wrestle with it quite a bit. Alright, we're just about to the end of that. The nice thing about kitchen scrubbies is they don't have to look fantastic. They can, but we're using scraps here. And so, and you can use orange bags, you can use lemon bags, you can use your vegetable bags like what the onions come in. Just as long as it's got kind of a scrubby, netty type texture to it. Okay, so we got to leave a little bit of a tail here. And then we're going to find the end of our purple. And we're going to work them together. So my purple is about twice as wide as the yellow that I cut. But the yellow is a little bit thicker, coarser. So that's why we're putting that in the middle also. And then we're just going to take the two ends. You see how I did that? I just pulled the slip through, just grabbed it and pulled it through. And then we're taking the two ends, and you can tie these two ends together as well. That's not a bad idea, because you know you're scrubbing with these things, and a lot of motion and stuff like that. Who cares if it's got a knot in it? Okay, so I'm going to finish going around the circle with my single crochets. Now this stuff is way softer to work with than the fruit and vegetable baggies, but the fruit and vegetable bags have a lot of good scrub in them. And you see, you kind of have to wrestle with it just a little bit, but it's worth it, you guys. I am not kidding you, because they're so nice to scrub with. I get them and I wear them out, and then I start to feel sad and think, I better try making some more. I can't forget to increase, because I'm going to have a bowl instead of a scrubber. And I'm actually going to increase in every one for this change of texture, because it's so different. This is going to be pretty. I love these two colors together, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm really excited to have a new scrubby in my kitchen. These are good facial scrubbers. You may want to use this for your face rather than this, because this is pretty scratchy. We just keep working around. It's going to be great. See, it wants to curl up, so I probably should increase even a little more. Now when I get to the end of this, I trim the corners just a little bit, and I just stop short. So I don't know if you can see this, but I've got to the end of the length of the bolt of netting, and I stop there about the same width of my material, and then I shave the corners off just a little bit. And I'm just going to work that in. It's a little bulky, but that's not going to hurt anybody either. So I just kind of work that little extra fluff in. I'm going to do another one. If you see it start to loosen, like right there, it started to really stretch out. I did another one, another single crochet, but back into the old, stronger hold. So these things really don't have to look fancy or anything. They just got to be really good scrubbers. And they are. They are so good. Now, if you're concerned about the two different textures, you don't have to use two different things. You can use the same fabric or the same netting or, you know, whatever. Get a bunch of these, the bags, the fruit veggie bags, and use a bunch of them. That will be just as effective as changing it up to a bunch of different ones, or, you know, the two tones, the two different fabrics and the two different colors. I've done both, and I love both, so gotta do those increases. And here's the thing about this. So right here it's kind of holy. Can you see that? And I don't really love it. So one thing I can do is I can do a double crochet back, 2 rows back, right? And then just keep going. Doesn't change the length, the width of it any. And that will make it stronger. So I'm coming to another end. I'm just going to work that all in. It's a little fluffy through there, but just work it through. Whew. This one seems to be really fluffy, but that's okay. See how I just kind of twist it around that hook, work it in. Just work it right in there. Made it through that. Now I think I'm going to do another one of those double crochets back in. Give it a little strength. So that's looking. This is going to be your super heavy scrub, and the purple is going to be for your lighter dishes or your lighter scrubby needs. Just keep working it around. That's really pretty much it, folks. When you finish the length or you get it the size that you want, you just tie it off and call it a day. And these things, oh look, I'm almost finished. I only have a little bit left to do. These things are the best scrubbers for your kitchen. Probably for anywhere, your facial scrubbers, your bathroom scrubbers. They are great for anything. Just don't get them mixed up, right? You don't want your bathroom scrubbers on your face or in your dishes for that matter. You can see the end right there. I'm just about finished. And it was just about the right length too. So yeah, just remember, if you want it longer, use more material. This was probably about 4 yards of the purple material. I'm just guessing. I just cut it and thought, yeah, that'll work. But honestly, if you don't get it long enough, you can always cut off another strip and just keep going, right? Just work those ends in. Okay, so I'm coming to the end. I'm just going to pull that right through because I'm tying it off, right? So now, if I can figure out where that hook would go. See, now I haven't pulled it through. There's a perk to that. You grab that end and pull it through that way, and then work that end in, stitch it in, and I have my little purple flower scrubby. That's that. Okay, this stuff is a little hard to work with. Use a bigger hook and just work through it. It doesn't have to look nice because you can see it ends up looking fine anyway when it's all done. So this is a really awesome scrubber. Did I say that? Did I mention that? Okay, folks, I hope this inspired you. I hope that it helped you, and thanks for watching our videos. Have a fantastic day.